Oh, we need to set up the new Nemesis.
Nemesis. Oh, disconnected.
Oh, someone wasn't looking forward to it.
No, apparently not. I don't know why. Like, the past couple of days, I've been having really bad internet connection for some reason. Things just seem to be a bit kind of slow.
Weird.
Yeah.
There no sort of works around your area, or
Not as far as I'm aware of. No.
then probably do the one thing that everyone loves doing:
Turn it off
complain.
and turn on again.
No. Well,
Oh.
yeah, there is that, but yeah, complain. Like I almost did earlier. I tell you what, I
God,
got.
Here we go.
Well, fine. I won't tell you if you're going to be like that then.
I meant stuff like it's the one thing that the Brits do best, and that's complain about things.
Well, so I think I've told you guys before about the incidents that I've had with good old British Gas.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have. So basically, I got a letter through in the post today, which was again addressed to the occupier, which after having a call with them over 2 weeks ago now, on the 1st of October, they had confirmed to me that this account had been closed, everything had been done, all been sorted. The letter was dated October 13th. So I tried to call them up. There was a 30-minute wait. I thought, sod that, I'm getting to their live chat. Got into their live chat, started talking to someone, and they said, oh no, yeah, we'll cancel that right now. And I'm like, no, why was it not cancelled after I called you the last 2 bleeping times, which I had been told had been cancelled both times that I had called them on the phone? So I was not happy at how someone can just go, la 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 la, yeah, it's cancelled. You don't need to worry about it.
I'm gonna restart my internet because I know I'm about to quit the server again through no fault of my own. So I'm just gonna restart the internet a second and just see if that fixes something.
Okie doke.
Alright.
I'm just gaining power.
So, yeah, I am a little bit peeved that this is still happening, because I'd called them on the 16th of September. They'd said everything had been sorted. I called them on the 1st of October to get them to confirm that everything was fine. They said, oh yeah, don't worry about any other correspondence. It's all been cancelled. But how can something have been sent 12 days after I had called them and they had confirmed to me that everything had been sorted and taken care of? 12 days after I'd called them and they'd confirmed it, I still get a letter coming through saying that it was addressed to the occupier and not my account.
Yep, great, isn't it?
I just cannot deal with British Gas. They are absolutely useless. Everything else, perfectly fine. Every other company that I've had to deal with their house, absolute perfection. Just gone through, la 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 la, done, all set up. Everything's working as it should. Oh, anyway, let's talk about some other nice things before my blood pressure goes up again.
I have all the power.
So, B, what do you think you're doing?
I'm getting a lot of power.
But you haven't. Do you not have enough power?
I need more.
I might need to kick someone out of hit this here before he turns into Thanos.
Oh, you didn't hear what I'm using the power for yet.
That's the thing I'm worried about.
Well, I don't really want to use it. I just want to have it. It's like the mirror of a wizard kind of thing. Only someone who wants the power but not to use it can get it.
I will let this slide for now. Just have it noted that I have my eye on you.
Gonna get some drink.
Oh, you say that like I need to be worried. I have more power than you.
So I had 2 things I watched over the past week that I was almost rolling on the floor crying. Well, I was crying in laughter.
Was it Squid Game?
No, although I did finish that the Sunday? No, it
Oh,
was
it's pretty
yesterday.
good.
No, I finished it yesterday.
Death
I
games
fin-
are totally my jam.
Honestly, I get why people enjoy it, and I thought it was okay in places, but it wasn't really my kind of thing. Like, the concept's fine, but like, I don't know whether it's just me being me, but some of the things, like some of the grisly deaths were like, I genuinely had to wince. Not gonna lie. I mean, like, story wise and conceptually, yeah, it's pretty good.
I did like how just terrible everyone in it was.
Well,
They did spend like a large part of the first episode just telling you just how much of a dick the main character is.
I mean, yeah, it kind of was that, and then you're sort of left in a position where, you know, even after like the first game, you can imagine like when if you're in that kind of situation where you're just whisked away against your will, and you're in a place that you don't know with a load of people you don't know, and random things start happening. Like it is hard. Like you wouldn't expect someone to just be so like calm in that sort of situation.
No, the people's reaction during red light, green light was the right one.
Oh,
Like-
definitely.
Running for your life is a pretty natural panic response.
Yeah.
Hey, no spoilers. I haven't seen.
Hey,
the
away
video
from my
yet.
pal! Away from my pal! Get away! What are you
Right.
doing? Ah,
I'm just making sure no one can steal it.
are you locking my pile?
Locked and accounted for, my friend.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the downside of that is, I have to one by one unlock them now. So now I can't just easily get rid of them like I was planning to at the start of the game. Oh, that's there forever.
There we go.
Okay, now I'm just
Oh,
seeing how things go with stream going. So far, so good. It seems fine.
Yeah, you need. I don't think you can individually. You can mass unlock them.
No, apparently
Oh,
not.
No,
no.
you if mistakes have been made.
Yeah, maybe the guy who brought out 200 focus crystals.
I mean, I never told you to fucking lock them. I was ready to just put them all out in one, put them all back in the container in one go.
You have to be
You're the one who
prepared for the
fucked it up.
consequences. Is this the game now? The unlockathon.
Oh, I took a
No,
crystal.
no, stop! Don't steal my cards. I need those. What are you doing?
I'm sure I
Look,
hope
this
it's
is why
lights
people
and
shouldn't
moving.
try to touch my power. Yeah, I was just gonna do that with
it's
a
an
whole pile, and it was gonna be satisfying. But now we're in this reality.
the thing is, it's an infinite bag, so you're not really going to get much more out of it.
Uh,
Oh dear.
are you? Wait, why are these ones locked? Are people still locking them?
I really don't know how you can't mass unlock these.
It's because you now that they're locked, you can't just select them, which is meant to be to defend, just to stop you trying to move them around or anything. But now it also means you can't group unlock.
Bit of a pretty major flaw.
Yeah. Hey.
You can have one.
Okay, I think that's it all now. Okay.
Okay, shall we begin?
Is that a rhetorical question?
I mean, B,
Yeah.
don't make me get rid of the entire bag. I said you could have one. You can have one. No more.
Hmm. What? It's
I will
one.
allow a giant one, providing it doesn't get in the way.
Oh, that's as big as
Uh,
it
d-
goes.
uh,
Ready for
huh?
the new nemesis.
Oh lord. What's this one doing here?
I didn't move it. I guess
I
put my microphone on. If B gets one, I wanted the whole of them.
He wants
I
the infinite
just
power bag.
Yeah.
We need to share that infinite power bag.
I will share it when it's needed.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
oh,
whoa, whoa.
children.
Why does James get 2 health counters?
Wait, what?
James has 2 health
Oh,
counters.
okay, children. Let's all take a moment to just calm down so we can play the game.
Okay.
Also, Ansu, just so you know, your camera is not on your stream.
I was eating an apple, and the apple has been ate. So now the camera's back. I'm good.
You're hiding your camera because you're eating an apple.
I don't want people to see me eat an apple. What, do you
I
think
mean,
I'm crazy?
I mean, it's a barbaric act, so I can kind of understand.
Exactly. God,
Towards all
other
those
people seeing that, I might get, warning thing,
towards all those
demonetized. There we go.
towards all those poor Apple people
Exactly.
by all those Apple products.
So
Anyway,
I believe
what do we do?
our plan was to read cards around the table, 1 card per person, right?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have no idea we stopped at. So
I know I did a thing, and maybe Tom did a thing. I don't know.
I mean, we did lots of things.
We
But
did do
actually,
this.
you're nearest the legacy deck. You start.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
That's gonna be my judgment for it. You're closest.
Okay, fine. I don't mind. I don't mind this judgment. You're fine. Armed with more powerful spells and gems, you reflect on Brahma's warnings. We must not grow attached to the breaches or the power they give us. They can corrupt. Forgetting is an art, one that all breach mages must master. You join the team scouting the tunnels for survivors. Mist and Brahma help where they can, but the pair are still recovering from the battle. Your heart elevates with each rescue of each wounded soul survivor as you dig through what was once your home and discover, pardon me, and discover new tunnels that have been lost to time. Those recovered join your new community, grateful for your assistance. This is Gravehold now. Stalwart warriors under your care. Read the back of his card.
So we're back on top of the chapter 1 pile. That's like our discard pile.
Yeah.
You are deep in one of these tunnels when the ambush is sprung. Growls echo in the dark all around you. What is it? The young survivor beside you asks, clutching a jagged stone as a weapon. Wasn't Maelstrom destroyed? You ushered the survivors behind you, putting yourselves between them and the oncoming monstrosities. Bladius emerges from the darkness, a hulking beast of thick armour and sharp edges. The minions of Maelstrom have regrouped under the leadership of Maelstrom's deadly lieutenant. Bladius snarls its challenge. You hardly have time to react before it lunges at your group.
Oh, we saw him last time, probably.
Yeah, he was that guy that we were like, well, we can't fucking beat this guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good start for our second chapter then. James, you get the fun card to read.
Yeah.
This chapter 2 introduction continued one.
Yeah.
Open playmat labeled chapter 2. Set
Right.
the Bladius mat to one end of the play area. Open stop 2 deck. Place all of the Nemesis cards next to Bladius. Do not shuffle, do not reveal.
Looks like we got that under control.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Open Insights 2A and 2B and apply all the rulebook stickers to the rulebook. Oh, we got there.
How do I open?
These locks. Yeah, they're locked.
The insights are in the insight bag.
Ah,
Ah.
there we go.
Search 2A,
2B.
2B, or not 2B.
No, it is 2B. I checked.
Should
Damn
we
it.
just
Oh, okay.
should we just hit the setup button, or should we
I'm-
manually pull stuff out?
I'm tempted to hit the setup button.
I'm tempted to hit that button as well. I'm doing it.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't quite
there's,
know what that does.
It's got red
wait a minute, there's-
squares.
something in the two. There's like a 2A, 2B slot here. Here's A.
Is that
well, here's the
2A?
thing. There we
That's
go.
unlocked at the end of chapter 8, that 2 though. So let's see. It's,
Evolve.
I'm just going to pull these out, see what it says.
When the Nemesis card triggers the evolve keyword, place an evolve sticker on one of the available sticker spaces on that card. If there are no available sticker spaces, the card transforms into a new card from the evolve deck. Fun for narrative card in the evolve deck. Read the story and follow the instructions. Power and attack cards. Place a transformed card from the evolve deck into Nemesis discard pile. Minion cards. Place the transformed card into play with the same number and type of tokens as the minion had prior to transforming. Evolve only appears in basic Nemesis cards. Same set of basic Nemesis cards will be used in all the Nemesis decks for the rest of the campaign. When these cards transform, they become much more difficult. You'll want to prevent Nemesis basic cards from evolving when possible. Example, Unleash twice. Any player destroys a card in hand. Evolve becomes Unleash 3 times. Gravefall suffers 2 damage. Any player destroys 3 cards in hand.
I don't like that.
Evolve deck. The Evolve deck contains all of the transformed versions of the basic Nemesis cards, as well as narrative cards. They help explain the transformation from one form to of a card to the next. The Evolve deck is in a specific order for ease of reference. Only look at the cards you're instructed to do so the story and effects of the Evolve cards are not spoiled. The Evolve deck should be stored in the game box and not in use.
So the rule stickers in 2A and 2B.
I mean, well, actually, just reading, I assume
That's a
rule
whole
sticker.
sticker. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Stickers can be big.
Yeah. It goes.
And then
Well,
2A looks to be just normal stickers instead of rule stickers.
Cool. Alright, open stop E deck.
Where is
Stop.
E?
E,
It's
which
probably in
is
the-
that one.
But do not look at any of the cards. This is the deck that contains the evolved versions. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Follow the game setup instructions starting on page 8, and then fight Bladius. At the end of your game, read this back of this card.
I don't know where this rule goes, so it's
Oh.
just it's now stuck here. Okay. I had a bit of a blip in the system.
Alright.
It's here.
I think we look for the letter. No, that's beginning of chapter 3. You see, these are alphabetized, but they're not
I've already
That doesn't
done
really
S.
help.
S is here.
Oh.
Because you just changed the state on the thingy.
Well, okay
Okay.
then. Okay, so Nemesis has his deck, and we need a Nemesis life deal style. Oh, he doesn't. Ladies doesn't get a cool roundy thing like
I
the
mean-
Maelstrom did.
I guess maybe, but I mean, the Maelstrom one was just 2 of these anyway. Setup. Okay, setup. None.
Wonderful.
This creature served as a lieutenant for the Nameless. Maelstrom. Wait, no, you just gave it a name. It was bred for battle, and every adaptation to its body serves to further its natural abilities. It is sharp edges and deadly blades, excelling at hand-to-hand combat. Why it is searching these tunnels is unknown to us. Perhaps it seeks the last remnants of humanity, eager to snuff us out. Or perhaps there is more to these tunnels than we know. Boop.
Ooh.
Oh, it's only got one button. Okay.
I mean, it only needs the one. I don't know why they bothered with two in the first place.
There we go.
I guess to make it look more like the actual base set.
Oh wait, he set up Splendid starts the game with 90 life.
That's an increased difficulty, isn't it?
Oh, okay, so it's on the 40.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 40, but if we wanted to play increased difficulty, then we'll
No, no,
start
no.
on 90.
No, no.
I don't feel
I
like
mean,
we
then he's
can.
basically Maelstrom, but without the help of other people. Does he not get a specific deck?
I don't think he does, no.
Aw, we don't get any help. And they have
We don't have some
different
guy
rules.
stumbling around and then dropping his spells on us.
Is that not in the stop 2 deck?
I think.
No,
His
the
deck
basic
is
Nemesis
stop two deck.
cards deck is here, and it was empty.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
empty when I opened it.
No, the stop 2 deck is his Nemesis deck, which is this.
Oh, okay. Oh, but we don't have like the helpful guys.
We don't have like a sub deck.
I see.
Okie doke. Where's those cards gone? Yep, turn order. Give those a shuffle. And I think, in terms of the hands, I think we're quite well prepared. We've already set everything up, so
Yeah, we got everything, right?
I'd say we
Yeah.
should go for it.
Don't think there's anything else we need to set up.
Nah, I think we're good.
Right. Well, shall we begin?
Yeah. Draw the card.
Ooh,
We have our first turn.
either me or Freya. I don't think it really matters who goes first at this point, does it? Because
I do like that most of our characters are female just because they made the female characters look cooler.
yeah. James, you mind if I go first then? Since you know, like, it doesn't really
Yeah, go
matter
for
who
it.
goes first. Cool. Okay then. So let's prepare you, and then I'll spend. Okay, what can I buy for free? I can buy
It's a-
the ancient cyan. What?
You don't want to prepare your Froststorm?
Oh, I could do. Yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Okay, I'll do that instead. Cool. And then I'll buy this.
I mean, you can also prepare your spark as well. It just means you have to
I have to-
cast it on your next turn.
I mean, so you'd have to spend some to focus the breach or open it.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't just do it for free.
No.
So it'd still be 2 to do that.
So I'd rather get more kind of like more stuff anyway. They go face down, don't they? These they go face up. I can't remember what they do.
I think you discard face up and then you just flip it over to make your deck.
Oh, okay. All right then. That is me done. And then I draw 4. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, me or Tom. Let's see.
Urge you.
I want to say I should go first as I have more money.
Money.
How do you have more money? We have
Because-
pretty much the same.
Because your card does damage and my card gives me money.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and buy an incinerating fist. And I'll prep my spark.
Oh, I forgot we could do breach filler as well.
I did it.
Nice.
We flip over when we need to draw, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, next draw.
Nemesis.
Right. First card. If you're playing with 1, 2, or 3 players, banish the top 5, 4, 3 cards of the Nemesis deck. But we're playing with 4, so that won't matter
3.
too much.
Absolutely do nothing.
Ugh.
Place this card in the Nemesis discard pile and draw a new Nemesis card.
I mean, it sounds like they were getting rid of all the awful cards for less people.
Attack!
Oh god,
Any
I know.
player. Ooh.
Ooh, any player just suffers 2 damage and discards a card in hand, and then if it costs 0, this evolves. The bad news is, I don't think any of
That's
us
all of
have
us.
a card which costs. Yeah.
Which doesn't cost 0.
Mm.
Well,
Well, shite.
Well, it feels
So-
like that was kind of unavoidable.
no, it totally was. That one was just there to screw us.
I mean, if we were playing with less players, then yeah, this would have been a card that would have been discarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it's who wants to take the damage.
I had to decide who gets screwed over the least from that.
Mm.
So, I mean, James can still buy the gem he wants, even if he discards a crystal. I mean, I don't really. If I can keep my crystals, then I can buy another incinerating fist. I don't necessarily need the spark, but it'd be nice to have it still.
The nice thing with spark that I can, I mean, I've got a spark I can get rid of because I've still got my spell prepped anyway, and I'll get another spark from my next draw.
Yeah, it still mean like a whole nother turn go around before you can use it though.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Tom has 2 damage dealing spells, so he could get rid of his spark and be more or less the same, unless he's planning to focus his breach.
Uh,
So this is me being selfish, but I think James and Tom are the 2 least affected by discarding a card.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I probably just I'm gonna discard my spark.
You depending on what you wanted to buy, you probably can just discard a crystal instead as well, because you
Mm,
still have 4 money for the 4 money gem.
it's true. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that then, and then I lose 2 life.
Yeah.
All right.
A full 5th of it, and then we evolve it.
Oh, it's there.
What happens when it's evolved? Or do we need 3 before it transforms? Oh,
Yeah, we
I
need,
3 and then it evolves.
yeah, we need 3, and then if you can't place an evolve sticker, we have to read card E36 in the evolve deck.
Okay.
Does that?
Yeah.
I guess that means that this deck is going to actually shuffle.
I mean, it's going to be a.
I think there's only
The-
one card in the evolve deck.
No, there's multiple cards.
Yeah, finish it
no,
one bunch.
No, I mean this days must be getting reused at some point.
I
is
would
it-
imagine so.
Or is this just like a shared Nemesis deck now, and the next fight round it will be again in there again?
Let me just have a quick check.
Oh yeah, because this is preserved across Nemesis, I believe.
Well, it says resolve if it's the draw type. If the drawn card type is an attack, resolve the card's effect immediately in the order that it appears on the card. Then place the card in the Nemesis discard pile.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
let's
because
do
there's
that.
nothing saying it's persistent or anything like that.
Yeah, let's put the let's make sure the sticker's still on there.
Oh, I did try and like put it on.
We have use the stamp.
the
Just stamp
stamp.
it on.
Okay.
Bam. That's a little bit large.
Yeah, the
font.
decal. Yeah, it's in the decal.
Hang on. Minus.
Oh, you got it.
Stick. There we go. I'll do.
Boosh. Yeah, that should show up when we.
Yeah.
Just need to draw as
Yeah.
one. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
Okay.
It's when it piles up, it doesn't do any of the decaling.
Okay, so next turn.
Yep. Go ahead.
Red and yellow. So. Do. Okay, yeah, so if I will prep my class. And then. Three ether, so we've got 3. Let's. I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for this one. Stick that in there. Those in there. Okay. Draw, and that is my turn.
Okay, Nemesis turns again.
Oy.
Ooh. Oh,
Ew, it's a vile impaler.
it's got a persistent of unleash.
Ouch.
What is
Means that the player with the fewest opened breaches suffers 2 damage.
I see.
So that happens next turn, right? Not this time.
No, it happens this turn.
Oh, not like that. Well, that's all of us. So I guess I'll take the 2 this time.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Let me just check. Yeah, resolve any effect that follows the word immediately, then place the minion card into play with the number of life tokens on the
This is
card.
persistent.
Yeah, persistent power. Yeah, the persistent power effects only occur during the Nemesis's main phase. These effects are ignored for newly placed minion and power cards until the Nemesis's next turn.
Okay. So
I don't get hurt at all.
yeah.
So yeah, we don't get any attacks from it
I've
until the
evolved.
until his next turn.
Oh wait, what? Where'd you come from? Go back in there.
So that should mean Nemesis is done for this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And the last card.
Is James.
Okay. What?
In the rear with the gear.
So, 4 money. Oh yeah, it's spark, 4 money. That, and then all these go on after.
Yeah. Yes,
Why,
it works.
why can I not? Why can I not put my card in my discard pile?
What the hell? If you
We made sure it's the right size.
Oh, that might be.
Shrink
might be
shrink it
one.
down just a little bit.
Bigger. There we go.
No. Yeah, it's the right size.
Doesn't
That's weird.
seem
I
to
could
be.
discard my one.
You need to make sure, yeah, it needs to be the right size.
We haven't let him place it on the floor, on the table.
Tell you what, try selecting that and the rest of your hand, and then hitting G to group them together, and then throw them in the pile.
Nope.
No, they ungroup.
Oh,
no, there we
that
go.
Works. That works.
There we go.
I fixed it somehow.
Yeah.
And then I draw. Got it? I do.
Nice.
Right, that is the first round of turns. So we're going to go around again. Meal
Okay.
B. B, do you want to go?
I was taking a look at your discharge pile.
Because I've got 4 cards in there, so when I cast my spell, because my discard has 4 or more cards,
yeah,
I can deal an additional
you go
2.
Because that way, if anyone else goes before the Nemesis, if any 2 people, go before the Nemesis, we have a good chance of killing it.
Yeah.
If Atsu goes first, then we kill it immediately anyway.
Yeah.
So you should go first.
So the question is, do we want to attack the minion or do we want to attack the
I
Nemesis?
don't like that unleash, so I'd go to attack the minion.
Yeah, I mean, we only have 40 health total, so taking 4 every total round of play is kind of bad.
Just yeah, if Bladius would draw a card but cannot, then it escapes and we lose. So we essentially have to complete it in the next 18 draws of the card, which means
Yeah, but we'll be dead pretty quickly anyway, because he will still be hurting us throughout that.
All right. Well,
I
I will
think it's
cast.
worth taking really quickly.
I agree.
That gets dealt
Uh,
3
and-
damage.
And then Atsu has a priority if it turns up green and blue next.
Yeah.
All right. So my main turn, I will put Spark on there, and then I will do.
You have 3 monies.
I'm going to take Breach Flare as like a utility so that we can try
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
help
Oh.
things along a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to put Spark under the closed breach as well.
You need to focus it first.
Yeah,
I don't.
you
I'm sure you
can.
don't.
you do. We've talked about this at length last time.
You must cast any of your prepped spells in closed breaches.
There's more. It's when you
Focus a
cast.
breach here. You can focus a closed breach by paying the focus cost shown near the center of a breach token. When you focus a blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
It's under prep a spell, I think.
Spell.
Yep. So
There we go.
to prep a spell, play a spell card from your hand onto an open breach or a closed breach that has been focused this turn.
Oh, okay. Focus this turn. Okay, that makes sense.
That's the thing.
Otherwise,
You gotta ping it.
Yeah, otherwise we can just cast spells willy nilly for free using all of our thingies, and that's no good. That's just open.
All right. Okay. I get it. In that case,
Draw
there's.
your last pathetic card, Yugi, and flip over your discard pile.
And then I get a 3, and that's the end of my turn. So,
There you go.
Nice. Okay then.
that's
so,
James.
Pew! I'm gonna destroy you.
Nah.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, now we can use the other 2 spells to focus on Bladius.
The Blade Knight.
Okay, so I'm gonna prep my spark, and then I've got 4 here. Oh, okay. Do I want to? Oh, do I get more money? I could go for the neural reef, or I could get the incinerating fist. I was going to help out with support, but I'm going to buy the neural reef.
I do like the Neural Reef.
Yes. Plus, it's my character.
And you have a gem in your head.
Yeah. Oh no! Come here. Whole deck, please. Come on. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, then end of my turn.
Cool. And the next one is me or B.
I'm
So
gonna
B,
go. Whether you want me to or not.
are you going to cast your spell first?
Yeah, I'm going to throw a spark at Bladius. And he goes, ah, that kind of hurt, I guess.
It pings off his armor.
Hang on. I did one too many.
There you go.
I thought it was 2 damage for some reason.
And then I'm going to buy another incinerating fist and focus up a. Are you like that one? Griffy. Anyways, I focus up a spark and I'm done.
Draw your cards.
Why are you focusing my breach?
I thought you were focusing a breach, weren't you?
No.
Never mind then. I won't focus your breach.
No, I bought an incinerating fist and then
Oh.
spark and that was it.
Okay, but I misunderstood you.
But don't worry, next turn I get to instant incinerating fist because of my wrath.
Nice.
I was some praying
Ooh.
mantis that I think we already killed it in the first campaign
did, yeah.
boss. Okay, let's see who we got next.
Of course,
Nemesis.
Nemesis, yeah. Oh no! To discard,
Ooh.
evolve.
Okay, so if we let this go through, it'll be 4 damage to spell amongst 2 players, and we have to discard 2 cards. Otherwise, we evolve it.
I kind of don't want to, but I do say I think we should evolve it and get rid of it.
I mean, it does make sense because that's 10% of all of our health.
You know, I hope we get more health as we go along.
Maybe.
What's this thing?
Anyways,
Creeping curse.
yeah, it creeps and then it curses.
Ew. I mean, I'm all for letting it evolve. I don't know what the rest of you think.
It kind of made it sound like we shouldn't ever let things evolve.
Well, no, I
we
mean,
can put
here's
a
the
counter on it.
It's only going to evolve when we try to put the third evolve sticker on. Because it's when you can't place
Yeah.
the sticker you do it.
Yeah.
Whereas it even said in the rules you will want to prevent Nemesis basic cards from evolving where possible.
And this is a basic card. The downside is we will take 4 damage.
Yeah.
But then
And we'll
if
have
it
to lose 2
evolves, then it might potentially be a bit worse.
Oh, of course, it's going to make things worse, but do you really want to have us taking about 4 damage split between 2 of us twice in each turn?
I mean, not really.
Well then.
Well, I mean, it's only a one-time thing. So it's not the end of the world if we accept this.
Yeah, we can we can put at least 1 or 2 evolve stickers on it.
I mean, we also can just wait a Nemesis turn to decide what we do with it anyway.
Yeah,
So
that's a
let's
good
see
point.
whose turn it is. There you go, James,
Do
go.
we not have to take the damage now?
No, it's
It's
not.
power.
It's a power and
Oh,
with
power.
2 power tokens on it. So we just wait for that to tick down and then it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for a yeah.
I'm going to cast Spark on the dude, dealing 1 damage. I'm going to ready my other Spark. And
You
I'm
have
gonna
full
buy-
money.
Branching Raidite.
Ooh.
You took the whole of them there, James.
Oops. Thanks. Pulled a DMC.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, how do you have 5 of those? Alright, and then...
Gee.
Cool. Cool.
Cool. So I mean,
And
it's Nemesis.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
Nemesis.
Ew.
Ooh.
Ew.
More power.
Unleash. Any player suffers 1 damage and discards 2 gems. If both of those oh god.
And this one evolves quickly.
Yeah.
I've got a gem.
But if they both cost 0, when you've got that one
Yeah,
there, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You 3 all have gems which cost something. I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna buy one next round.
It's a case of eeny, meeny, miny, mo as to who takes the 1 damage, but again, it's next turn anyway as well, isn't it? So,
So
we don't worry about it just yet.
Oh yeah, we need to get rid of this
We
power.
need to worry about this one.
You get rid of one, yeah.
So who's going to suffer 2 damage?
Oh,
And
it doesn't happen yet.
Cards.
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
It's when it runs out of power
Right.
counters that happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's his turn over. Go on. Okay.
Right.
So I don't mind which way around the turn order goes this time. I just have front loaded damage coming.
I imagine we should probably get some damage down.
If you want me to just throw damage onto Bladius, I can do that now.
I said player wise, while he's got no minions in play, we might as well throw as what we can at him when we can.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll go
definitely
then.
do that.
Okay, so first off, I throw a spark at him to make him let his guard down. Then I prep Incineering Fist and immediately cast it. So he takes another 3. Because I punch him with fire.
Nice.
And then
And
you
I
have
have-
to
I have
discard
full
that as well, don't you?
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and buy another Incinerating Fist. And that's my turn.
You got to discard. Yeah.
Yeah, you just discard the gems after you do everything. It's like at the very end of the turn you do that.
Draw your cards.
I have spells. I'm done.
Nemesis. Right, so we remove the power tokens first.
This
So-
one's not gonna unleash.
Yep, so player with the fewest open breaches suffers 2 damage.
That could be anyone, so I'll take 2.
Cool. And then any player then suffers another 2 damage.
This is the players collectively discard 2 cards in hand.
So you could each discard 1. So
Yeah.
But I'll take the 2 damage.
B took the 2 damage.
I took one of the 2 damages. We get 2
Yeah.
damage. 2 lots of 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I
you can
took the
create
second.
You can. Wait, what?
So we had one for the
does 2 damage
unleash.
to people, and then the card itself does 2 damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
'cause it
do the
says unleash
which is someone
first.
takes 2
Oh,
damage.
some Bladius. Okay.
And then it also goes, hey, also, anyone else also takes 2 damage.
Right. Okay.
I've
Okay.
discarded a Spock, so I've discarded one of the 2 cards we need to get rid of. Anyone else want to discard a card?
Yeah, I'll put my spark in as well. Yeah, so
Okay.
that gets discarded, and that should be the Nemesis' turn over. It's Arthas and Freya.
All right. I don't mind who goes first out of either of us two.
See, if I go, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could get a. I'm thinking branching radite and a geophage might be good if I buy.
Okay.
I'm gonna give that a go.
Oh,
You're not using your Spock this turn.
I think you might as well.
Yeah, should.
I've
I
well,
should.
ticked his health down too much. There we go.
Cool. And these will go in. Cool. 5.
Nice.
Cool. Alright, that's my turn.
Cool. He'll be.
I've already had my turn this round.
Yeah, I'll take. Well, I will play my spark. Ba-doo! Dinks off of his metallic armor. So I then have 5 ether to play with. So could get an incinerating fist. I could get a gravity node, but it involves discarding a card.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything unless someone discards a card.
Or I could get a fire chakram and a breach flare.
Up to you.
These both got 2 damages. Or I could. There's not really much point in focusing. Or actually, no, there could be a point in focusing. Okay, yeah, I've got my plans. So I'll buy the fire chakram and breach flare for this turn with the 5, and then next turn.
Yeah, I've basically nearly just done the DMC for Incinerating Fist just legit at this point. Couple more rounds of buying Incinerating Fist and I'll have
Yeah.
them all.
And that is the end of my turn.
Nice.
Next turn is the Nemesis. So let's hang on.
Ambush.
Let's do the power card first. So that one has to go
Okay.
off.
So a player has to choose to take 1 damage and discard 2 gems. But to not evolve, it has to be either James or Atsu.
Do you want to, Atsu? Because you've got more. Like, what are you gonna? What would you buy with your money otherwise?
I was going to. What was I going to do?
Gravity node.
I wasn't going to buy a guardian. I was going to buy something that costs 3 and then focus a breach. But I guess I have to move it because I am on 10 health. So
You spread the pain.
no, too much.
We've got to unleash as well, haven't we?
Yep, which means someone has to take 2 damage.
I guess I'll take the 2 then.
I'm fine with
Okay.
other people getting injured for me.
So we can at least get rid of that without evolving it.
Yep, and
Which is
this
fine.
also doesn't evolve. Gravehold takes 2, which means, and then this goes into the discard as well, because that's also an attack.
Okay.
And that's it. That's it. That was everything.
Okay.
Okay, my turn. Yeah, send a spark at Gladius's face. I've done a thing accidentally. Where's my spark card? There it is.
It's underneath the rules.
Cool, and I will prep another spark. And sadly, since I've had to spend most of my mana, I'm gonna have to buy a fire chakram.
You could also focus a breach and make it cheaper to open later.
I could do, but I've got no spells to prep, so I was hoping to do that and prep some spells as well.
Okay.
But it's fine. I can do it next time. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And Nemesis.
Oh, that's something for
Straight off the
that.
bat. Oh,
You.
Oh, so we need to
persistent
kill
evolve.
this in 1 round, or before the Nemesis gets its next turn. Otherwise, it's evolved, and I don't like the sound of a Leviathan egg.
No.
And we
Its
don't really
bottom
have.
looks like a tree.
Yeah, we don't really have much prepped.
I mean, it's probably important that I go first if it comes up as me or James.
Yeah.
I can do my neural reef. Actually, no, I can't do neural because it's not prepped. God damn it.
Your neural wreath doesn't need to be prepped. It's a
Oh,
relic.
yeah,
it's
so
relic,
you can
yeah, of
use
course I
it
can play
to
it,
set
yeah.
someone else up. For example, if you get another go before me, you can let me Incinerating Fist.
Yeah. So then at least, yeah, because I've got a spark prepared, so that's at least 4 damage done, but no one else has got any spells prepared, sadly.
Well, don't worry. I mean, Tom's going to reveal the second Nemesis turn now, so it's really kind of a moot point.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, ye of little faith.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. B.
I mean, this is like the opposite of jinxing it. Anyways,
All right.
so
If the thing is, if it was my, oh no, hang on, no, I wouldn't.
no, you got
No, because I'd have to do my discard pile, so I wouldn't get the bonus damage.
no.
But I could prep breach flare, so that I can do the tier 3 breach.
Can
Oh,
you tier 3 before tier 2?
I think so.
I probably.
I'm not
Don't
seeing
think
anything
anything's
that says
stopping
I have
you.
to do it in order.
It's
number
just more
3 is-
expensive.
Yeah.
Because what I could yeah, because I might as well. The thing is, I don't even have to cast this if I don't want to, because I
No.
could stop. I could prepare it and just not cast
After
it.
your next turn, yeah.
So what I could do, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend. Yeah, I'm going to prep breach flare. I'm then going to focus my breach.
There we go.
And because I focused it, I can then prep this one. No, hang on. No, I got that the wrong way around. Put that in the open breach so I can cast it whenever. Put breach flare in the closed one and have that focused. So then... Oh, bloody cards. And then at least then I can cast my class spell whenever, and then breach flare can then go off next turn anyway to deal guaranteed 2 damage and focus the breach. So I think that should be okay. Cool.
You see, where was that hand last time? We need. Look at all that damage.
Yeah.
Well, it was there. Ah. All right.
Okay, so
End of my
next
turn.
turn is.
Yay! Okay
Ooh.
then. Right, let's send. Oh, and let's give this thing some health. Come here. Come here. All right, let's send a spark at its face. Oh, it's non-existent face yet. It's still an egg.
Eggs
Mhm.
don't have faces unless they're Humpty Dumpty.
Hey. All right, I'm gonna prep that. I'm gonna cast my relic. So, B, you can focus a breach.
Okay. And then I can prep that.
Cool.
Although it does say any player for both of them, so it could be someone different if we wanted it to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe because, and hear me out here. If I did it to Tom and got him to focus his third breach, because it doesn't say.
Yeah,
which
he'd
breach.
be able to focus. He'd be able to
But yeah,
prep that. So I
Yeah.
think that's
that
way
would,
better.
yeah,
And then I
that's
think
better.
if you're okay in foregoing a turn this round B,
Yeah,
Tom can
James
then
just had to
cast
give it up
his
too.
spells.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
we need
Tom's
to kill
like
that
our
egg.
bet on actually being able to do this or not.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
So I
right,
think,
so
Tom, if you
Sounds good.
focus your third breach. There we
oh
go.
yep, and then put the fire chakra on the third one.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and then if we just hope that we draw you and not Nemesis.
Yeah. All right, and then I've got 3 to spend. What do I want to spend it on? I might as well get another ancient Cyanolith. Or Cyanolith.
I think that should go underneath the Norreath because I think relics go on at the end of the turn.
Oh, okay.
Like the discharge rules are a little weird.
Okay.
It just says place all the gems and relics that you have played this turn on top of your discard pile.
Yeah, that's like at the very end.
In
And
any
that's
in
like-
any
it's at the draw phase and not the main phase where you buy things.
Yeah.
So you can
Okay.
reorder that to you, throwing away your hand in any order you please, but
Yeah.
buying things comes first still.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine then. All right then. Hi, Rainbow.
Okay, don't draw Nemesis, Tom.
Okay, Rainbow.
Whatever you do, don't
Good-
draw
Good
Nemesis.
luck, Cat. Make sure if it's not a Nemesis card, okay, Rainbow? I believe in you. Go on, do
I've
it.
got a bad feeling about this.
Go on, go on, go on.
See what I said about the jinxing and the anti-jinxing?
Come on, Rainbow. Sit down.
Go on, draw the Nemesis, I dare
I'm-
you.
Rainbow.
I'm going to blame you for this, B.
Sit.
This is all your fault.
What
I
are you
don't know
doing?
what. I don't
What are you
actually
doing?
know.
What?
You've done like a magic trick, I think.
I don't know. What have I done?
What have you? Rainbow
I think he
Cat.
It's like
reordered
it's-
the deck
what?
accidentally by just
How does that-
dropping a card on it.
I actually don't know how that worked.
Ah, Rainbow Cat. Move your butt. Oh,
I
no.
genuinely don't know how that's a thing.
Damn it, Rainbow. You're sat on the mouse. Stop it.
There you go,
Hey!
kill it.
Hooray.
So,
Also,
breach
Kiro,
flare. Boo!
Tom, Kiro says you're cheating.
I'm cheating.
I
Yeah.
mean, it did definitely look like he was cheating to me.
Yeah, it was.
I was not cheating. Pachoo! I mean, we killed an egg, and that's a good thing. So it can't be cheating if it's a good thing. Cool. Okay,
And
so
I'm
that's
guessing you're
that
holding
done.
on to your signature.
Yeah, I can hold on to that for now. I've got two ether I can spend. I could get another fire chakra if I wanted.
Also, focus your breach 2 and prep spark.
That's
And
a
the
good
next
point.
time it'll only be 2 to open it.
Yeah, so we've got that prepped. That can go in the discard when it decides to work. Because that then puts 4 in the discard as well. So I can at least do my class spell next turn to get some extra damage. That's end my turn.
Here's the nemesis.
I always-
Step too
I
late.
always knew you were the betrayer.
What do you mean I was the betrayer?
Oh. Gravehold suffers 2 damage.
Rainbow Cat, get your butt out of my face.
Oh, good
Then-
thing you just prepped that useless spark that you can get rid of with no problem.
Fine.
That worked out in
That-
our
that-
favor.
That worked really well.
I'm was gonna say I can prep. I can get rid of my Froststorm because there's
No,
no
no.
minions on thing right
It's-
now.
But
But
the
it's-
spark
it's-
is still worth less.
Yeah,
True.
it's good for if we do get another minion
Okay.
cropping up, which we
Alright.
probably will.
Yeah. Most
So
likely.
last one is going to be James Ratsuit.
James, because I have my turn, so James can have his turn.
Okay. Right, let's prep my sparks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get a gravity node. I like the sound of that. 4 damage, please. Yep. Draw 5. That's my turn.
See, we've still got another 32 damage.
Yeah, but after my next turn, I'll be set up to do 6 the next turn, and still
Oh.
have a 3 prepped.
Yeah, just saying we might need to try and hurry this up. I'm just a bit concerned.
You're fine.
It's
Is this
not
the
like we're
latest turn,
not
by the way?
casting spells.
Was this a new turn?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh,
I think James can go first, just in case any I mean, I don't need to cast my Froststorm, but
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
yeah.
Okay. I'll spark then for 1. Did someone put that down or did I do it?
No, hang on.
There you go.
There we go.
There
Okay.
you go. Alright. Alrighty, this spark. So, using this geophage, when I destroy the gem in my hand, does that mean I don't get to I don't get the value from the gem?
It says you may destroy a gem in hand.
I want to though.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing then
Otherwise-
yes.
Not otherwise I'm not using the point of the card.
Yeah, I'm guessing yeah would mean you don't get the value of that gem. It just goes into your discard pile.
It doesn't
gets
go in the
destroyed,
discard.
It's gone
Yeah.
forever.
Oh.
Yeah.
oh, whoop.
I think
Because it says you only you use it says that you only discard the cards at the end of your turn. So I'm thinking can you use it to buy things? And
I
then-
think for that you need to see if there's a section on playing gems or relics.
Use the Star you.
I mean, it sounds like in your main phase, you may resolve the following actions in any order and as many times as you want. Play a gem or relic card.
See, yeah, it doesn't.
Okay, the answer is no. Okay, so cool. So I'll destroy this crystal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get a maybe an incinerating fist.
No, I want to have a
Alright.
complete monopoly over those.
Alright, I could get 2 fire chakrams. I guess that might be better since I've got the geophage, so I can thin my deck, and it doesn't matter so much if I get the cheaper stuff.
Yeah, true. And it's like, good 2 damage each time as well, so.
Okay.
I just want there to be a point where I just draw 5 incinerating fists and for it to be legitimate.
Okay. It's my turn.
Cool. Nemesis turn. Oh.
Yeah, I'm supposed to-
One.
Oh,
He hits our city. I guess I could discard a crystal if no one else has a card they want to discard.
or I could discard my spark,
That also works.
possibly.
I mean, you do have plenty of spells in hand still. Okay.
Yeah. And plus, you've got some ether, which you'd probably be better off with rather than without.
Yeah, I probably want to buy a Sanalith, maybe, so I can buy more incinerating fists.
Yeah, okay. And I think it's going to be Atsu's turn.
Sweet. Okay then. I'm gonna spend 2 ether to
Are you not going to cast your spell?
No, I'd rather do it on a minion. And to do that, and I'm gonna prep my fire chakram. And then I'm gonna spend my other 2 ether to gain another fire chakram.
So that goes underneath your crystals.
And vapor crystals, okay.
Yeah, it's counterintuitive that you use the crystal and then you throw them away, but that's what they want. So
How rude of them. Okay. Cool, there we go.
And
oh, we already out of the fire chakrams.
Apparently we are.
Darn. Okay.
We've had quite a few.
Tom, please let me go first.
yep, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna prep my fist. I'm gonna spend 3 on a Cyanolith, and that's me done for this turn. But then I draw. That's I draw that, and I flip. I draw. There we go.
There we go.
And
Look
now
at
you
those
see me set up for the big
restorative
turn. This
Yeah.
is the. And now if we need to discard a card, I just get rid of this crystal.
fists. Hmm.
This is 6 damage with another 3 chaser.
Nemesis.
Ba bum.
Oh, God.
Persistent. Unleash. Evolve.
Yeah, so
This one,
persistent will be
it-
next turn.
It's not the end of the world if this one evolves, because it's got
Yeah.
so much room on it.
Yeah.
But it's the unleash that's going to be the problem.
Unleash is 2 damage. It's still not the end of the world.
Yeah.
That's quite harsh considering that's going to happen every turn.
It's the player of the fewest open breaches, though, as well.
Well,
so
I mean, we already know whose turn it is next as well, so I mean,
Yeah.
So,
it's
I
your call if
mean,
you want to do 3 damage to it or not, because then when my turn comes around, I'll do 6. Okay, I have 6 on the field, so we could just kill that pretty quickly.
You could just kill it pretty quickly. Because obviously, I think Tom took 2 turns last time, so it is only fair if B takes 2 turns now, and he can land a lot of damage from this thing.
well, that'll end up on 1 because I can deal 3 with this. So yeah, let's.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that then goes down to 7. Then I will prep. Actually, did anyone focus tier 3 breach when we did thingy last time?
No.
I think you focused. No, I don't think we did.
No, I focused Tom's breach, but no one else focused a breach.
I mean,
Free
would you like to Would you like to pick a person's?
For
Breach
I mean,
the breach?
it's focus any player's breach. So
Yeah, exactly. You pick the person. It's your spell.
I mean,
Just go around the room. Pick someone. You can even pick yourself if you wanted to be.
it'd probably be better for B because I think he's got all the firepower at the minute.
Okay, I'll spin a breach.
So we've got that. That's fine. We'll make up for that for this turn. And there's 4 ether, which we can then do. What do we want? I think I'm gonna take an incinerating fist. I think.
No!
His monopoly!
My dreams.
You've shattered them thusly,
Well,
sir.
they're just upside down. That's not
Whoops.
allowed.
You're cheating again!
Whoops. Hold up.
Hero, you better keep an eye
I know.
on
It,
him.
I know it didn't. No, it put it the right way. I think.
Right, okay.
Well, I mean, you had another card there because you spent 4, and that's 2.
Yeah.
So there's another one in there somewhere that's probably gone to the very bottom.
Oh my god! Look at him! He's so cheating!
I'm pretty sure that
It
was,
would have been that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put
was
him
a
on that
magic
way.
trick.
Despicable.
Look, you can't get away with that stuff. Kira's
Yeah.
watching.
Exactly. I've got Kira on your case, sir.
Yes, mother and father.
You know what? I don't even let you shuffle this turn order. You'd probably cheat.
I mean, do you want to win?
Yes.
Not with
honest
dirty
way.
tricks.
Oh,
Speaking of dirty tricks, here's a dirty trick.
Oh, it's an attack. Unleash. Oh god, the players collectively discard 3 cards.
Riposte. Okay, so
Well,
this one's.
I can do one for the spark.
I can.
Hang on, who's taken? I think I should take the damage because I've got the most so far.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Would you like to take damage again, or shall I? I'm gonna take another 2.
Okay.
So you say you've discarded 1, Tom?
Yeah, I've discarded one of my sparks.
I mean, I can probably also just discard this crystal. I have realized though I could, if I kept it, focus a breach and prep another spark on top of a fist, so I have 4 for the next turn.
I can discard a spark as well myself because I've only got one like open breach I can work with at the moment.
Yeah, so discard that spark. Is there, James? Do you have any cards you can discard with no problem whatsoever?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay, if you can just discard 1, then that means I get to get another spell ready for next turn.
I'll discard that actually.
Ooh, you're special, too fair. It's only good if you want to buy gems.
We'll endow my gems now. We need
It's
spells.
gem.
What's on?
You could destroy your gem.
I'm gonna destroy my crystals first.
And it's Nemesis again.
God damn it, B!
Yeah, who's cheating now?
Wow.
Somehow still you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Player with the lowest life suffers 1 damage, which is James or B.
I mean,
Okay.
I'll take 1.
Then we have to evolve this one, so we need to read EO4.
When you evolve that card.
Yeah, it evolves. This one just evolves as soon as you draw it.
Search.
Then we need to do
It's
the
got
unleash
the-
of this thing. So someone has to take 2 still. So Tom, I think it's probably fair for you to take the 2.
Yep.
I need to search EO4. There.
Okay. I think it's your turn to read the card as well. Anyway.
Okay. Oh, okay. Apparently it's still for nameless. As for nameless.
At times, I think that's the name of the species.
Okay. Strikes you. A strange brand of
Ow.
tears burn into your skin. Your chest tightens and you can't breathe. You know the nameless aren't finished with you. Banish Hunted. Place card EO5 into Nemesis discard pile. The player who suffered damage from the Hunted writes their name on EO5.
Oh, now I've got a tattoo. I always treat my body like a temple.
Okay, search. I need to find EO5.
Oh, did you? No, I put that to the side for a reason.
Oh,
You need to
wait,
destroy
hang on.
Hunted.
Wait. That one out. There we go. This one.
Banish this. Tom.
Delete it. Remove
Banish
it from
it
the game
to the Shadow
entirely.
Realm. Thank you.
Okay. B, write your name on this. Oh god. Unleash twice and then you suffer 3 damage.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
No, that's never gonna work.
I'm guessing we also can just get rid of EO4 now as well, because we're probably never going to need it again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you want to relive the story of me getting branded by demons.
Not like unless you want to relive the story.
I don't. I wake up at night reliving that story.
Well, it's either your turn or Tom's turn next anyway, so...
I wanted it to be my turn, because then I can get to hit things.
Okay.
Yep, go for it.
Okay, I hit things.
Nice.
So I punch it.
Punch it good.
And then I
Spell.
prep it. And then I punch it.
Bop it. Prep it.
And then I prep it.
Punch it.
And then with my 2 money, I focus it. And then I prep it.
Yeah, I like this game of bop it.
I was really happy that card was left open for me to take. It lets you do dumb shit like that.
Yes.
I'm gonna be right back. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I have enough money for the last incinerating fist.
Next
I
turn.
demand it.
Okay, well, since
James,
is
right,
gone, I'll be
Sue.
right back. So I'll go next. So I'm gonna send a storm at this thing's face, killing it thusly.
Up.
Nice. And then I'm gonna send a fire chakram at Bladius. Hang on, I'm having trouble here. There we go. Hang on, wait. There we go. That's what it's meant to be, isn't it? Almost certain that's what it's meant to be.
I would say yes.
Okay, then. All right, and then I'm gonna prep a spark. I've got 4 I can play with. The 2s are gone, so I might as well get another neural reef because I can help then focus people's spells.
Yep, that
And they can
sounds
prep
good.
spells in hand. Cool. All right then. Wait. He's sweet. All right then. 4. Oh, look at that. And then flippity flip 1. Nice.
Dippity
Okay,
dippity do. Oh,
And
now we wait. Unless you want to take a go and pretend that you guys just didn't get a ton this round. He'll
yeah,
never know.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean, if you would he mind? Do you think he'd mind or no?
Probably not really.
he's kind of
Okay.
thinking what he can really do, because he's only got the spark that will deal 1 damage.
Yeah.
And apart from that, yeah, he's then got 5 ether to spend.
Okay. Well, he can
I
take 2 turns next round unless something major happens. So send a spark at this dude. Too much. There we go. My damn mouse. All right. I'll prep my fire chakram. All right. 3 ether to play with. I could open my breach.
Yeah, I'm much happier with you taking this turn because you can't possibly buy an incinerator. So I'm safe in the knowledge that I have a check.
It's either I open my breach or I can buy the breach flare. That does damage and it helps focus a breach. I think I'll go for the breach flare. What do you guys reckon? There's a lot of big damage dealer here. I'm kind of like helping and supporting you guys, really.
Well, once we start opening breaches, it's focusing is gonna end up not being that useful.
True.
For example, like each of my ones can only be focused once more with before it just becoming more expensive to open it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'll spend mine to open my breach, and I guess.
Yeah, I think maybe it's about time we do that.
Okay. All right. So we'll do that, and then also, James, do you want to have your breach focused? Are you breach focused? Because you've got no focus breach at the moment. Or should actually, because it'll prep someone's spell in hands. It's either Tom or
Yeah, not me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Come on, B, fights to death. Who wants to prep a spark or a thingy?
I don't really.
It might be easy to Tom, because then Tom can then like prep 2 people's or someone's 3rd breach twice.
Yeah, if you focus Tom's 3rd breach and then let him place his thing on it,
Yeah.
then he can double focus James's 3rd breach and bring it up to the yellow zone.
All right.
Because remember the 3rd breach does bonus damage.
Oh, does
That's
it?
it.
Oh wait, no, it doesn't. I was thinking of the other game.
You just lied to us.
I got all excited then for a second.
I was like, why have I not opened my breach yet? And now I know why. Because it does nothing.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
nothing so far. This is one of those things where the non-legacy game has a bit more depth than the legacy game right now, as of right now.
Yeah.
So there could well be some stickers we get on our breaches.
Okay,
So-
so it's between me and Tom. If I get to go first, I get to buy that incinerating fist. If Tom goes, then he gets to, just focus breaches.
Yeah.
We both do exactly the same amount of damage, so it really is not that impactful. But I get the fist.
You really want that incinerating fist?
I really want Tom's one as well, but he went and bought it with his
Oh.
money.
God, Tom.
Told you he was cheating.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think he's saying anything. I think just take this opportunity to go first, B.
Yeah, he has taken way too long to complain at this point.
if you want to go, then you can go. Get your precious incinerating fist.
I will. I have the money. You don't need to check that much. So I could. I mean, I'm just young to throw away all these gems anyway. Whoop. That wasn't right.
Aren't you going in? There we go.
Whoop. No, that's still not right.
Wait for it.
There we go.
Oh, and look at that.
I got the fist to spare. Did I actually count down the damage on him? I don't think I did.
You did not, no.
Boom! He's hot from the fire,
Yeah.
not from personal opinion.
I like though how we have mostly fire spells, and we have a gravity node spell, which no one's actually gone for, apart from like James that one time.
Well, I don't want anything that costs more than 4, because that's what my unique card does.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, let's do a draw.
Oh,
It's
God damn it.
Nemesis.
Ugh. Ew, a minion. Immediately, oh god. Read and evolve deck card EO6.
I've been branded.
Do we want to just keep that deck out of the bag? 'Cause it's just gonna.
But
it's-
we've
I
been
mean, I'm going to
told
be tempted to read.
We've been
You
told
know.
to keep it in there. Alright, I read last one, so I'll keep this out for now, because obviously we're going to get a new card out from there, so who else can read?
Tom, your turn.
A massive breach opens and a swarm of metallic bugs surrounds you. You can feel the power of the newly opened breach surge through you. Open Insight 3 and apply all rulebook stickers to the rulebook. Oh! Apply a fourth breach sticker.
Nani?
Nani?
So, search.
Oh, and it opens up automatically for us.
Open box. We need to open box A. Give each player a fourth breach. Each player places it to the right of their third breach with the open side face up. During setup of all other games, 4 breaches will start the game closed.
Yes, this is the sticker. So, opened effect. Some breaches have an effect that occurs when a spell is cast from that breach while it is opened. Rulebook sticker. Oh, some breaches have a plus. There we go. That's what James was referring to earlier. Some breaches have a +1 damage when cast to effect to while they're opened. Any spell cast from an opened breach with this effect does 1 damage, additional 1 damage. Even if that spell's effect will not normally deal damage.
Oh.
So I think you get that.
It turns flame trakrams into incinerating fists.
And it turns Incinerating Fist into gravity nodes, oddly.
There's 2 more from somewhere. Where's that gone? Oh, Tom's got one.
I've got
I'll
one
just put mine
already.
down.
Okay, then. So I need to put this on here. Okay, cool.
Where's mine? Oh yeah,
It's on your thing, but it might be a decal sticker.
No,
as well, possibly.
where's the actual
Is it a
breach?
decal?
We're meant to have a breach
No, that's not.
square. Where's my breach square?
Yeah,
Tom?
come on. I want a 4th breach.
Oh, so your 4th breach starts.
Open this time, but
Fully.
close the rest.
Okay.
Yeah,
it
it's
normally
a one-time
starts
thing because like the bugs come through the 4th breach, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yay! Deal 1 additional damage on cast. I could put my Froststorm on that.
Oh,
I
it's
can deal 3
expensive.
damage to minions. Oh, also, What's evolving, by the way? Something needs to evolve.
It was this thing. It's actually not evolving. It just tells you to read the evolve card.
Oh, okay. Oh, probably the
It's
evolve thing is
such a
just
weird
getting the
thing.
fourth breach, which is probably what the evolve thing is.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can
But-
get rid of then. This can go back in there, because we're meant to keep it in there.
On the plus side, I do now have 2 incinerating fists ready to throw away next turn.
Ooh, yeah,
These
that's
might be on our rule.
Maybe the rules things, yeah. So rule O is the summon creatures have a +1, and then rule H is the other one, which is here.
H and O.
You've
So
done
I've done it. I've done it. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, we don't actually need those pieces because the rulebook has got states on that we can change.
Oh, okay.
It'll put it there automatically, so that's we don't need them.
Okay.
Uh,
Not too far. Okay, right.
So that's opened things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from now on, it's going to be 2 damage to the town every turn, which is actually not
Okay.
that
Well,
important
what's
right
that
now.
do?
Keep clicking.
Hang on. It keeps on.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay. And then we draw the next turn. Tom?
Go ahead. Focus people's third breaches.
Focus James's or Atsu's, I guess, if you really want to.
So the question is, do we want to attack the
Yeah.
minion or do we attack the boss?
Minion.
I don't know. I'm starting to think now's the time where it's worth thinking.
We do have 8 cards in his minion deck thing, but this thing's going to do 2 damage to the Gravehold each turn, each minion nemesis turn.
There's something. I've just got a feeling that something's not really going to bail us out this time.
No, of course not. We've got no nemesis specific
So
cards here.
we kind of need to start thinking about whittling down the guy's health.
B has the power. He's packing the punches. So B can just like focus down on this because he does a lot of damage each time.
I am ready to throw a lot of fire.
I mean, I've got to cast one anyway, so yeah, I'll cast one of them at the
I
minion.
think we should focus on the boss.
I think we can ignore this minion and just focus the boss down.
Yeah.
Because the town taking a bit more damage we can handle.
All right, so we'll focus the boss. So one person can do 3. So we'll do James's.
Oh,
And-
right.
You can
I mean,
focus.
and then you
Yeah,
can
another
cast the
one.
other one as well.
Yeah,
And the other one, yeah, but we can attack the boss the second time.
yeah.
And then we'll do B's because I think because he's got the firepower and the spells. It just means that he gets a bit more option.
I can open that next turn.
And then I will take another breach flare. And take. Oh,
It's trying to get. Oh, stop turning that upside down.
You're cheating.
I'm 5 done.
Nice.
Next one is Atsu and James. And I should just be right back.
Okay, James can go first this time because
Alrighty. Let's see. For 5 money. I want to open my breed.
Do you?
it take 5 to open your third or 4 to open your second.
Yeah.
Or 5 if you focus the second first.
I could just focus
Yeah.
2 of them. Because I don't have any spells. I feel
mean-
like I might be getting a bunch of spells next time.
I mean, I don't think there's any point to focusing them now. I feel like if you can open one, you should just open one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna open. And draw 5. Oh,
Hey, you have 1 spell, and you didn't even
Yeah.
use your spark.
oh yeah, I should spark. I sparked the dude.
I did. Everyone saw it.
There we go.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, that's definitely me. Because his DMC ain't here to complain.
Yeah.
And
I am
then-
here.
You weren't talking
I ain't
about
complaining,
your
though.
comments.
Boop. Boop. I spent my 3 to open the third breach.
Nice.
So let's see what I've got in here. Boom. Big turn.
Oh, big damage turn
That is
coming up.
juicy.
That is a 9 damage right there if we ever want to get rid of that minion.
I mean, we can if you really want to. But I
Or
think
I could
focus
just
on the
take half of
nemesis.
his life away.
Do the
I
nemesis.
think the half would be
Yeah.
hella good.
Yeah, good old jab hook uppercut kind of combo.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a normal combo. That was it. I'm done. You guys
Okay.
can go now.
Cool. All right then.
But James just went, so I think it's Atsu then.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Fire a chakra into the nemesis's face. Right, was that too much? It was on 18, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
there we go. Okay. Right, I'm going to prep Frost Storm in there because I can probably deal 3 damage to the minion if you really want to, or just 2 damage straight to Nemesis again anyway.
I mean, the last card in that there is the Nemesis one. So he's gonna. So Town's gonna take 2 damage.
Yeah. Okay, and I've got 4 I can spend on something. Need to open any people's third break apart from mine. Maybe just get another neural reef. And I can then help James like open. I can help you guys, well, James and B open, but at least focus our second breaches.
If you focus my second breach, I can buy it next turn.
Yeah. All right. Oh, wait. Hang on.
Ah.
There we go. Okay. All right then. So that's my turn, and then Nemesis.
He's got 7 cards now.
Oh God.
Okay, this is a power 2. So we have to spend 7 ether somehow if we want to get rid of this. Otherwise, it's unleashed twice. Gravehole takes 4 damage, and then if it has 13 life or more after that, which it
Yeah.
probably would
Yeah.
evolve, and Gravehole takes 2 damage. So this is probably going to evolve in 2 turns,
Yeah.
or Ladies is going to be fucking dead.
Hopefully it'll be dead. Don't have to worry about it anymore.
I mean, if everyone just gives me their turns constantly, then I reckon we could do.
Sadly, me and James can't give you our turns, but
I mean, even just letting me prep another Incinerating Fist, which I'm almost certain I have in those remaining 4 cards.
yes.
Okay, let's see who goes now that Gravehold has had its thing.
Oh,
One of you two. You can make me do 12 damage next turn if it's Atsu.
I'm gonna say yeah. If James is okay, let me go first, so I can then help B like prep his breach.
I mean, it could be very close to the end if we do that.
Yeah. All right then. So first, let's. I might as well like send my stuff at him anyway. So
Yeah.
send a spark at its face, and then a Frost Storm, which will do 2 damage.
Ironically, him being hot makes the cold hurt more.
Exactly. I'm gonna prep that there. 4 to play with. I'm just gonna grab one of these because why not? And actually, no, I should put the. Hang on.
So the thing you bought goes on
Goes
first,
there.
and then you get to
Yeah.
pick the order of everything else.
Okay, so I'll do
So
that.
you can put the
so-
Norreath soon. So, other way, there we go.
we go.
Now I get to open that.
I'm not used to like how those rotations work. Cool. All right then. And then you can put a spell on it now.
I can and do. I'm
Not
gonna
that
open
one.
that.
Put it on this one.
I mean, I'm gonna open it anyway.
It doesn't matter. You have to because it's spell. You have to prep a spell if you can.
I mean, yeah, but I can prep the spell there. It doesn't say it has to be on the same.
Oh.
screen.
Oh, all right then. Okay. Flip and draw. Okay, cool. Ah,
Nemesis.
okay, remove 1 power token.
The Gravehold suffers 2.
Ew.
Yeah, I've already done the 2.
Ooh.
Well, okay. Now it's starting to the point where we'd want to get rid of those this thing wasn't almost assuredly dead.
Yeah.
The only thing is we do need to make Atsu go again, so that you can or me go again. So basically, James and Tom, thank you for your service. You're no longer required.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice to know that I'm loved.
Well,
It's you.
look, I know this is against the rules, but I'm going to do this anyway,
Oh.
just because of how beautiful that is.
Look at
But
that.
realistically, I'll cast all 3 of these.
So it's 3,
And
6, and
put
then
this
3
in,
plus
And then
1.
cast it again. So that's 13. It's dead.
Yes, it's dead.
I just punched the shit out of it.
Just 4 punches straight to its ugly armored face.
Just think how much more damage I could have been if you hadn't bought the other fist, Tom.
I mean, you couldn't have really used it anyway, because you only have 4 breaches.
I could have used all 5 if I'd had all 4 prepped and then start my turn, because my card lets me cast a prep
Right, so
spell straight away.
we've killed this guy, so we win, yay?
Yeah. Do we need to get rid of the minions as well? I think we actually might need to get rid of the minions
Oh.
as well. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I think it's all part of the...
Game and the. No, it's. You only need to get rid of the minions if he runs out of cards in the deck. Okay.
Oh, okay,
We win.
so we're fine.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Cool.
if he didn't have that, he runs away if he runs out of cards thing, then we would have to get rid of the minions after he runs out of the deck.
Oh, I
But
don't know what
when
we're-
you kill him, people die when they're killed. So
And the minions, apparently.
yeah.
Look at me!
maybe
I
next
opened up
time-
all my potentials of Breach Maids.
Maybe in the next game, this guy's lieutenant is going to be the new big bad.
Yeah.
It just keeps going. It just keeps getting easier and easier as we fight bigger and bigger losers.
I don't. Why have I got that? I didn't want you. Oh, okay.
At the end of your game versus
Wait,
Bladus,
chapter
read
5
back this
conclusion.
card.
Apparently.
That's
Wait, what were you reading? chapter
mine
5?
doesn't have that.
No.
What have you done?
I don't know what I did.
So
All right.
you flip Atsu's and it has the chapter 5 conclusion on the back. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a printing error.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's
Record
just
the
carry on.
results of this game on page 20 in the rulebook. If you defeated Bladius, read the front of L17.
It's your turn to read, James, by the way.
If you lost to Bladius, read the back. Okay. Bladius drops to one knee, exhausted and wounded. It stares up at you, hate gleaming in its eyes. Equally exhausted, you step forward to finish the beast off, ensuring the safety of the survivors behind you. You have won the day, but it doesn't take long for the harsh reality to sink in. Bladius wasn't even a fully fledged nameless, and yet he matched you evenly. You'll need more training
Evenly?
for your real fight.
That punched the shit out of that guy.
Right.
Read the front of card L17. So someone else do this one?
Yep. You are
Hey.
training with Brahma when Mist returns from a patrol. I track the fleeing minions through the caves. Mist points to the craggy rocks overhead. They are above us, gathering on the surface. The world we thought was ruined. You'll have to see it for yourself. Legend says the world above was destroyed. Yeah, as you follow Mist out of the cave, you see a green canopy before you. Large trees, rushing streams, and creatures fluttering in the air. You never imagined the surface would be so alive after spending your entire life underground in Gravehold. If you haven't opened Box A, read EO7. Have we read?
I think we have. There's nothing in box at the moment.
Yeah, it basically lets you open. It gives you the 4th one anyway.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Then read the
Now
back
we
of the
read
card.
the back of the card.
Nice.
Oop.
Okay. Wait, hang on. That dropped
That dropped underneath.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. All right, am I reading it?
Yeah.
Yep.
There is much to do, and everyone has a task to complete. Yours is to defend the camp. You spend time training with Mist, learning how to channel your unique abilities. The coming days will be difficult, and the power you possess will prove invaluable. Open Insight 4 and apply all rulebook and reference card stickers. Each player places a charge strip sticker at the bottom of their player mat where it says Unlocks at end of chapter 2A. Choose an ability sticker and place it in the middle of your playmat where it says Unlocks at end of chapter 2B. Choose a name for your ability and write that on the sticker. Open box B. Read the front of card L18.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
There's-
Why is
there's
it
like a-
doing that?
I think there's like a
It's
pile
two different
in the middle of
piles.
that, and there's getting mixed up.
Hang on, put the thing down, put the thing down. Put a thing down.
But they are down.
Hang on, right, move that other way. Right, move you there. Right, you go there.
Alright, and then this pile goes on there.
It's
No,
not.
that didn't stack.
I think you can turn them over. I think the purples aren't stacking to the oranges. There we go.
Yep, you're right.
All right, I'm gonna leave it there for now, and then we'll put it on top in a minute.
Okay, so we get a charge strip. Tom's looking for things right now.
All right.
Yeah, there's quite a few things in here, by the way.
Charge tokens. There we go. I didn't know I did. I did something. 24 charge tokens. Used to fuel players' abilities.
Is this the charge strip? So
It seems to be.
I'm gonna stick it on my sheet, and that's the 2A one, right?
Yeah.
I have numbers on my card now. Whoop.
Ah.
And this is the ability. Okay. Is this all we got?
Hang on, I'm still unpacking everything.
Oh, god damn it.
Ooh. I've
Oh,
pretty much already picked one.
Oh god, hang on. Ah.
whoa! What the hell?
Ah.
Oh, there we go.
Not this one.
I mean, that's
So we
also
have
that's also good.
That's more your speed, I thought.
stick at
'Cause
A.
it casts all your spells.
But this one I get to be greedy and take other people's spells. So whenever everyone's like, "Well, Tom has more spells prep," I go, "Well, I mean, I'm just gonna cast the spells."
N
I just take the turn anyway.
Q. Then Y.
These are some good abilities.
All right, so we have 24
Each
charge
ally draws
tokens.
2 cards. That sounds good.
I mean,
I'll take that
take a
one.
look at this one as well. There's also this one, which seemed like your speed.
Oh.
Like you get to just get 2 gems for free, and the only downside is you have to give one of the gems to a teammate, and then you can buy a spell for free. I don't know. I'm torn between steal someone's spell, and by steal I mean just copy it, or cast all my ones that cost 4 or less. I do have a 4 or less thing going on, but
I'm tempted by the deal some damage to a minion. A Gravehold gains 5 life, or any player gains 3 life.
Actually, this one, James, it doesn't say any other player. It says
Okay.
any player.
Which one?
This one.
This one,
Yeah.
though, copy a spell, so I can just double cast.
Yeah, but it costs 1 spell. Like the other one is like.
Well, I was thinking
you could
like
have cast.
I
You
will.
could have cast 6. You could cast 8 imploding fists in one tournament.
Oh no, I wouldn't have enough cards in hand for that. Not even with someone's each ally draws 2 cards thing.
What do you mean you? No, because
because that would be.
oh, I
No,
see. I see.
I'm
I see.
saying
I
that
see.
this one is heavily in
Yeah.
the late game, while this one I can use do constantly throughout.
I see. Yeah, I misread that first one. Okay.
Oh god, I like. There's so many. I could even like do the gain gems one. You place one of those
I
gems.
guess it
in an
depends how
allied
often we
hand.
can do these abilities. If it's just you can do that like once every turn, then it's insane.
Yeah.
It
Well,
does,
doesn't it cost like all our charge stuff?
yeah. So I guess I need to know. So I can pay 2 ether to gain a charge. I can't pay for someone else. I can't have more charges than my ability needs. And if my ability has a charge token on all the available charge spaces, I can discard to use it. So I don't. Is the? I'm guessing it just costs 6 charge to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abilities can only be activated when a charge token is on all of the spaces shown below the ability.
I mean that looks like it's just the 6 things we've got, right? Because we don't have anything else.
Yeah. So that I think when you get charges in all of them, you can then activate it.
Yeah. The question.
Abilities can be used in the same term that last charge was gained. When ability is activated, all the charge tokens are discarded.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I just plain won't get that much of a chance to use the
Yeah, it
big
seems like
boy
it's like
cast
the
everything
once a
one.
game thing.
Oh, the other
Yeah.
one. Oop.
Okay, I'm thinking because if it's like a late game sort of thing, because also you can add you can gain a charge each turn.
You can gain multiple if you have more coin. At least that's how I read it. It's just an action.
No resolve, and as many times as you want. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it does seem to be this is like a big thing you hold on to and use maybe once a game,
Yeah.
which does make casting all of my prep spells more interesting.
Yeah.
But I was
I'm quite
I'm trying to
looking at the 7 damage to a minion.
I looked at that as well, but that's kind of like a late game thing, and I'm thinking I'm thinking either Gravehold gains 5 life, any player gains 3 life, or you gain any 2 gems from the supply pile, and you can place one of those into an ally's hand. I can't decide out of those
What?
3.
is anyone
What?
is anyone mixed up with these two?
Oh my god.
No.
Holy shit.
Okay.
The gem one seems really bad, I gotta say, unless some gems have like offensive.
I mean, here's the
abilities.
thing: the gem will be good if you could do it early.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's the problem with it is by the time you get to do this, you'll likely have bought most of your cards for the game. The spell one
True.
is better because it goes straight into someone's hand to prep and cast,
Okay.
and spells are useful all the way through the game.
Yeah. Alright, so now I'm narrowing it down into either Gravehold gains 5 life or any player gains 3 life.
Tom, which way are you inclined?
Just got distracted by something quite important.
Yeah, remember that we'll probably be doing this like near the end of a game. If ever, frankly, we're not like guaranteed to use it.
So does it say? Does it say you can only use it once per
No.
game?
The thing is, it costs 6 charge counters, as far as we can tell, and 6 charge counters is the equivalent of like 12 ether over the course of the game that you've not spent on like buying
Right.
things. So by the time you want to use it, you'll probably would have
It's going to
be
be
near the end game.
yeah, mid to late game we would be in, I think, by the time we get to using them.
Yeah. I was trying to decide, like, if I was going to go for this, by the time I bought enough breaches to have enough prep spell slots open to do this, the game would probably already be over. I think maybe just copying other people's spells would be more useful, or including all my own ones as well,
Yeah, that might be useful.
because that takes up so much less prep time than having like 3 or 4 breaches open to get a really big multicast out of it, and then also having to have those like in hand ready. Because we've already been like doing neural wreaths as well to just like have those spells ready.
Yeah. What do you guys think would be more useful, like mid-late games then? Either Graveheart getting more life or any player gaining more life?
I mean, both of them are great.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the copy.
I'd probably say the Gravehold one more because I think even if we run out of life, we're still theoretically in the game. The only reason why we want to worry about losing life is if all of us lose the life.
Yeah.
But if Gravehold loses everything, then that's it. Game's gonna be done.
Okay. All right. I'll take Gravehold one then.
I'm still leaning towards the 7 damage to a minion because that's essentially like we saw the health that the minions had throughout that, and 7 damage like that could have taken out a minion or at least taken the majority of its health down. But then again, casting all of your prep spells that cost 4 or less, and then each of those spells does an initial 1 damage. So if we've got 4,
Wait, that's a great one.
yeah, because if we've got 4 breaches, and if if Incinerating Fist is going to be 4 or less, so that's going to be like 4 damage times 4, so that's 16 damage.
Yeah, the thing is, I was like thinking, how frequently will I be in a position where I've been able to spend the money to get 4 breaches open and have like all those spells ready and have them like in hand, waiting
And
to cast.
I suppose another thing to think about as well is what spells we can potentially use as upgrades as well, because there's probably going to be more of them that are going to be more powerful than that. But then again, I'm really tempted by the minion one. Gems not so much. We've got
Yeah.
plentiful supply.
Well,
Gain a spell.
the problem is the
that's
gems one. There's no point like buying gems like right near the end of the game, even if you're putting it into the hand. It's just a little bit of extra money. I guess like the most you could hope for is that gives them like the extra money they need to buy their ability and use that.
I think I'm going to take the damage to a minion. I think that's just going to be a bit more better in terms of, if we get a minion, if we're at the point where we're at this game where we shift our focus from minions over to the nemesis, if we do get swamped with a really powerful minion that's just going to cause us more hassle, at least then we have something to deal with it.
Yep, sounds good.
Right, so what are we going to call it? We're
7
going to
damage
call
is
it...
pretty good.
When did you put the Nemesis deck, by the way, Tom?
I sort of went ahead and
Killed
looked at the second part of it. So
Oh.
you banish the Blaze Nemesis Man, all of the Nemesis cards labeled Bladius.
I banished as well, but anything that's basic needs to stay in the Nemesis deck.
Yeah, which is what I've got at the side here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just stick that there.
Next up, everyone pick up a couple of power counters, and I guess we'll be doing the new
Right.
supply.
Yeah.
Hang on, did we do the supply upgrades as well?
No,
Yeah,
that's what we're doing now.
Yeah.
There's your power counters for voting.
Stop.
And you just put the replacement supply things in the Nemesis card in play area. They'll snap nicely. I didn't post that. Whoop. I see a spell that costs 4, so I'm already in favor of that.
Oh.
Here we go. I've
Oh,
called.
yeah, I really like that. That's
I've
just a
called.
straight up upgrade to Incinerating Fist.
Now, where's everyone?
If you have 3 or more charges, gain 1 charge. Okay.
Okay, so that is a gem that gives you more money the more charge you have.
Ooh.
Oh, it costs 4 to focus the 4th breach. Oof.
Oh, this is Brain Life is pretty good. Gain 1 charge. Any ally focuses their closed breach of the lowest focused cost.
Let's see. Starfire Frenzy looks cool.
But you got to discard a spell card in hand for it to gain
Well,
additional
you
damage.
can,
Okay.
and then it gives you 5. It's 4 if you just cast it on its own, which is kind of expensive, but but then you could also discard like your spark in hand, and if you do, it does 5, and you gain a charge.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Which
who?
is decent.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Also, it's kind of better than well, it's on the same-ish page as Gravity Node, because it does cost 1 more to
Well, the
to
difference.
buy, but
I mean, the difference is Gravity Node does nothing if you don't
Yeah.
discard.
remember with this, you do get the 4 damage, plus you can get an extra 1 if you do want to discard a spell card in hand.
Yeah. I mean, though, to be honest, I'd rather just get rid of Gravity Node and replace it with Force Transfusion. I like things that cost 4.
wait, who moved my counter?
Hmm?
Who moved my counter? My counter was here.
Oh, then I actually thought that was.
No, I've not done anything.
Oh,
I've not done
James
anything
thought
with
that
my
was his.
counters. Yeah.
No, I moved mine from my board. I voted for Force Transfusion.
You've still
and
got 1
Brain
counter
Knife.
on your sheet there, Tom.
Oh,
Tom.
oh, so we got big.
confused.
I got confused.
So
All right.
here's the thing, though. We do have to remember that we do have to swap like with like. So
Yeah.
we have votes on Brain Knife, but we'd have to give away either Geophage or Neural Wreath for it. And I kind of don't. You know what? I actually don't want to do that for either of them. I might move
I'm
my
not
vote.
really fond of Geophage, really. Like, I'm happy to go with Geophage because I don't really see the point
Yeah,
of storing
I wasn't
them in
impressed.
hand.
I wasn't impressed with its power. I think the game just has too few turns for that effect to be useful.
Yeah.
It is a really strong effect in other games, but yeah.
I've got no choice
that
here. I
good,
can't
yeah.
really choose not to have this spell, so I guess we have to go for that spell.
I mean, you can vote for which one you like. We just won't pay attention to you.
I know, exactly.
Okay, so then I guess vote on which cards you want to go.
Wait, you want to get rid of Gravity Node?
Yeah.
Isn't
you
Force
use it as
Transfusion just a strictly better Incinerating Fist?
You
though?
have to discard a card
I mean,
vote to actually use damage of Gravity Node.
I mean, it's also cheaper than Gravity Node and more reliable. I'd rather get rid of Gravity Node and just have 2 decent 4-cost spells.
Okay.
Because I mean, in that entire game we bought 1 Gravity Node and it didn't even get used.
Yeah.
But like the first game, it was like our MVP.
I wouldn't call it the MVP. It got used a decent amount, but
It was the highest
clunky.
damage dealing card at that time because we didn't have Incinerating Fist at that time either.
No, we did.
Oh, we did.
We did.
Oh, okay.
I was using
Actually, hang on,
Incinerating Fist a
hang on.
lot.
Yeah, I'm going to change mine to Incinerating Fist purely
Okay.
because of the fact it's exactly the same as Incinerating Fist, except that if you have 3 or more charges, then you gain a charge.
Yeah.
Well, here's the
That's
thing.
my
I still
thought.
think that Incinerating Fist is better than Gravity Node.
So you're saying we want to have 2? I see your point, but also
I say get rid of the one that I think belongs the least. I mean, I could also say getting rid of Fire Chakra, maybe.
But we also need like low kind of like
I can see the point. I can see the point for both.
More than I do the value of Gravity Node, because Gravity Node will just, as we get better cards and more things you want to keep hold of, it's just going to get more annoying because you don't. Especially since we've seen that they have
someone's
quite a lot
always
of
going to have
discard
crystals.
things in the deck.
Like someone's always going to have crystals.
Yeah, but you're not always going to want to get rid of those crystals. It could be the difference between focusing your node so that you can, or buying a charge counter, because now having 2 money actually means something, because getting a charge counter can make a big difference. I think I think it's still better to have Incineering Fist than to have Gravity Node. Like, sure.
You know what? I'm going to change my vote to Gravity Node.
Yeah,
'cause
I mean, you're right. Force Transfusion is just a better Incineering Fist, but that's no reason to not get rid of a weaker card.
Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, but what if someone wants to have there's like 5 gold they want to spend?
Then they just buy charge counters.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they could just keep the 1 crystal in their hand and then buy charge counters the next turn.
That's
Anyways.
not really efficient though.
There's always going to be times where you don't have quite the perfect efficiency. I also wouldn't necessarily be against getting Starfire Frenzy instead of Gravity.
But like, if we keep like a 2, 3, 4, 5 array of options, then you will always be able to buy something bang on. You'll always get the bang for your buck. There's now 5. What's this currency called? Zenith.
I mean, you can buy a Fire Chakram and a Breach Flare, or a Breach Flare and a Charge Counter, or Breach Flare and a Focus.
Fair enough. That was a half-hearted argument, anyway.
To be fair, though, it would be a lot less of a difficult argument if someone had gone the cast all your prep spells that cost 4 or less. I'm still tempted by it, but I'm standing by it. Oh,
yeah, I didn't.
Has everyone else done their thingies yet?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the swapped over.
Okay, so get rid of you. That's going. Come here. Right, so you're going into. Oh crap! What did I do there?
And then Brain Knife. I don't know, what did you do?
I don't know. There we go.
Well, I don't see the reject card on these going as well.
Yeah.
Wait, this is 7. That doesn't seem right.
What? What's 7?
Oh, there's 7 of these ones. Okay, that's fine. This pile is 7, everything else is 5. And I was worried.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like gems are 7s.
It turns out. Yeah, does look like that.
Alright.
Guess that makes sense because everyone wants money. I just want fists.
Oh, thank you.
Or Force Transfusions, which also looks like Fire Fists.
Oh, crap.
Does make it seem like we'll get other abilities that cost less charge coming up.
Double crap.
I hope.
I hope so as well.
Let's see, what name did Tom come up with for his one? He called it Squish.
Yep.
We have Breath of Life, Nature's Bounty. That was the best card in Hero Realms by far. Fight me. And Flame Mirage. Is there anything else we need to do now that we've done this supply?
Let's have a look. Set aside all the Nemesis cards. Say basic. Yeah, we've got all the basic cards here. Basic.
No.
Yeah, so that all this evolve stuff as well. That makes sense that we have to reuse those because the stickers are going to stay on there.
I wonder if this means we're going to start shuffling from now on. Oh yeah, are we finding out of the tutorial?
I don't know. I mean, we might find out.
Next time
On Aeon's End Legacy.
Right, so let me save the game.
Hey Tom, can you reduce the cost of your VIP thing
The what with the when?
on your Twitch channel? Can you change how much DM dollars it costs for VIP mode?
From what to how much?
To 3.
To 3.
Okay, you drive a hard bargain. Let's meet in the middle. 30,000.
Is that just because?
How
Is
is
that
that
be-
meeting in the middle, by the way?
Is that
Don't
because
ask
you?
questions.
Is that because you have 30,000 DM dollars?
Yeah. It's gonna
I
take
mean-
forever to get to 100,000.
No, not necessarily.
You
I've got. You
you
just got to
don't
tune
stream
into my
enough.
streams. Well, you just got to tune in more.
I do tune in and then silently collect points.
I mean, if you ask very, 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 very nicely, I will consider it.
Kiro says, "Quick, Tom, switch it to free."
Well, I mean, there we go. I mean, it's 2 against 1. You really should change it to 3. People have spoken.
I could. Mm. Okay, I will give you from the time it takes for me to finish the sentence for you to claim your VIP.
Done.
Fine.
I was very happy that it actually did update without me having to refresh the page. That would have been disastrous. I now have 42
Actually, did
DM dollars to my name.
Did that do that automatically?